I think my family life growing up, it was really, really beautiful. I really can't complain. It was very loud, it was very funny, it was very full. I didn't have an abusive, be it emotional or physical home, you know? One day I wake up and I don't have a dad anymore. My life at that point definitely went down. I remember I was so suicidal, so depressed. I was being bullied every day of my life. We were living in emergency housing. We were living, sleeping in the car sometimes, and then we were living in a motel. I really think I didn't want to die. I just wanted to not have that. I wanted to stop. I thought maybe if I died, I wouldn't have to endure this pain. That was the day I ended up in church, actually. It was the day I was like, flip it, I'm gonna do it. I remember sitting down and just going like, you know what, God, you probably don't know me. You probably have never heard from me in your life, and that's cool, you don't have to help me. But if you could sort this one thing out, I would really appreciate that. Because I don't think I can do this, I know I can't do this, in fact, And that prayer changed my life, for one, because I realized that there's beauty in honesty and kind of just being like, listen, this one's not on me, I can't do this. And it's not like the suicidal ideation vanished immediately. It was more of like a side I wasn't seeing kind of got introduced, and there's this element of getting back up on your feet that I hadn't quite seen or experienced. For me, Christianity was something that I neglected for a long time because God has male pronouns, and the male in my life did not align, let alone come close to what I was hearing every Sunday through Ps Peter and who we were praying to every Wednesday. It didn't add up in my head. So I wasn't just learning and knowing God, but I was bringing over and seeing him in a lens that was very much distorted. It wasn't true, it wasn't accurate, but that's all I had known. Creating that distinction and definition of what God is and what my dad was, that really helped me. And it helped me filter through rejection issues, trust issues. It sounds quite short-lived, but it took 2 years, to not look at God and be like, I don't know about you, I don't know if you really are who you say you are. And it can sound like doubt, it can sound like questioning, but it was very much just like the child in me. Did I hate my dad? I think in the moment it wasn't hate. I've never hated my father. I understand my dad. I have a lot of love for him just from the aspect of I think it's forgiveness. I think that's where the love kind of comes from. And knowing that there are areas of my life that I've fallen short too. God was very much a restorer. He was really sewing back these wounds that were just so raw and so open. I had to learn to really appreciate the body in which I came in. And I had to really learn to do that in a way that means I won't fall to sexual sin. I won't fall to self-hatred, to pity, to envy. I won't use people for my own benefit. Well, the whole poetry thing was a coping mechanism. I really saw God use what was so chaotic in my life into this thing that was so calming and so propelling, and it elevated my life. It's a long road, it's not one that you I think actually when you start calling yourself Christian, that's when life really picks up, they're like, oh, you're Christian, sweet, blah, 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 but for me, it was just all about taking it one stomp at a time, taking it second by second. I'm really thankful that there's been grace and just love coming my way despite who I am and what I've done. The biggest thing, and hopefully can overshadow everything, is I just got a second shot at this, that I actually got an opportunity to give life another whack.